what's up? Let's go over solo 1 from Comfortably Numb, the first solo. So we're going to start off with outlining our D chord. So we're starting with on the 14th fret of our high E string. And instead of just hitting just the 14th fret, which is our F sharp note, we're going to do what I call a rake. So I'm muting the 12th fret of, you could do the G, B, and E string. I think just doing the B and high E string would be enough for it, but you're just lightly touching the strings, getting a muted downstroke, and then hitting 14th fret of our high E string with an upstroke. So I call them rakes. I've also heard people call them muted sweeps, but you call them whatever you want. All right, so there's our starting point. Okay, we're gonna do after that a bend and release, and then to the 15th fret of our B string, full bend. Alright, so from there, so you can see I'm using my third finger to do this bend, but then as I release the bend, I switch to my middle finger so I can do that. So I'm switching my middle finger to the 15th fret of the B string as I release the bend, and then I'm doing a little 3-string bar with my pointer finger. So I'm pulling off from 15 to 14, and then going 14, 14, 14, all with my pointer finger on the B, G, and D string, and then sliding down to the 12th fret. Alright, so that's the first cycle of our chord progression. So we're going to do this again. Then I'll do a little rake with our 14th fret. But this time we're going to do the bend a little bit earlier. And then adding on to what we did the first time. So we do that little rake, and then 14th fret, and instead of hitting it a second time, we do the bend and release immediately. Okay, then back to 15th fret of our B string, bend, so this one, instead of releasing the bend, we can release and go straight to so I'm doing that same thing with my little finger switch, but when I get to the D string, I'm sliding to the 12th fret, and then going one more to the 11th fret, and then on the A string, 14, 12. And whatever fingers you want to use. Half the time I use my pinky and ring, my pinky and my middle finger. Other times I use my third finger, ring finger, and my pointer finger. But whatever fingers you want to use. So this is the second half of the solo already. Next. Okay, so it's the 12th fret of our G string is where we should be at here. Next part is a. Alright, so that's all on the G string. That's over C chord. So 12th fret of our G, so then all on the G string, like I said, 11, 9, 7, and then 11 and 9 pull off, and then 9 again, and then slide to 7, and 7 again. And if you want to be just like David Gilmore, you can hear a slight little whammy bar action when he's doing that. It's like hitting the note and then just doing a little dip. Nothing super hardcore. Alright, so the part following that, what I just showed you was 9 to 7, quick pull off, and then 9th fret of our D string. Classic little pentatonic maneuver. Well, I don't really want to call it a lick, but let's call it a maneuver. That sounds good to me. Okay, so that's 9, 7, pull off 9, the D, back to the G string, 7, 9, 11, and then a nice super slow half bend. Okay, you can take your time getting to that one. Alright, then we're going to do another one of these little rakes. We're going to go back up to our pentatonic position up on the 12th fret. Alright, so I did another one of those little quick rakes, but this time with my upstroke 15th fret of the high E string. So it's pulling off from 15 to 14 and then 14 to 12. Double pull off. And then B string 15, 12, and then G string 12, and then D string 12. Okay. So it's on the D string. After that I did 10 slide to 9, and then I'm going to do a 10 to 9 pull off and slide to 7. And it sounds like the solo is over, but it's not. There's still like 3 more notes or so. Oops, what was that? So the chorus is kicking in. And during that part, it's behind the singing you can hear, got that down. That little part. So that was going on the 11th fret of our G string again and doing a little half bend. Okay, and then 9th fret of our G string, 2 bends, and then a release. 7th fret of the G string, and then lastly a 7th fret slide up to 9, and then slide back down to 7 and pluck. There's the whole solo. It's all there is to it. So you got all this. There it is. You learned it. So I hope you enjoyed the solo. I'm sure you enjoyed the solo, otherwise you probably wouldn't be learning it. But I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thanks for watching. Thanks for learning with me. And I'll see you on the next lesson. All right. Take it easy.